This podcast discusses paranormal activity and other topics some might find disturbing. Listener discretion is advised.
Is it a chill or a ghostly breeze? A knock, a tap, what do you believe? Ghosts, gossip, gather around where the lost and the haunted are found. Ghosts, gossip, don't make a sound. Truth or tales, we'll dig it out.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Ghost Gossip. My name is Ashley, and I am the host. And today we are joined by Heather. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
Hi. Now, you are with Drop Dead Paranormal, right? You are not a solo investigator, correct?
No,
You're
I've
missing
got some
people.
girlfriends.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many are in your group?
We have 3, including myself.
Okay.
3 ladies.
How did you get into this? Like, I know everybody seems to have it's similar but different, but how did you get into the world of ghost hunting and the paranormal?
Well, for me, I was watching an episode of Ghost Adventures, like I'm sure a lot of other people too.
Yeah.
It's either Ghost Adventures or it's Ghost Hunters. And they were investigating the Sally house. And I was like, that's not very far from me. And so then I started looking and then I saw how much they charged and I ran across the McIntyre Villa and saw how much they charge. It was like, I want to go to the villa instead. So I grabbed a group of girls, my mother included, bless her, and we went to the villa and we were terrified and didn't know what we were doing. But then after that, it just got me hooked.
Now, how long ago was that?
That was right after COVID, so, 21, somewhere in there, maybe? Forever ago.
Yeah, it does seem like forever ago. Like we were talking to the kids the other day about 2020, and we're like, yeah, that's going on 6 years ago. And they're like, what?
I know.
Yes, it was 6 years ago almost.
Forever ago, but it still kinda seems like it was yesterday, or you're like, I twitch. Just
Uh-huh.
brings back terrible things.
Uh-huh. It sure does. It surely does. That was a long, long few years.
But yeah, so I started investigating, and the villa was my first investigation. And then after that, I was like, when can we go back? And then I started talking to some of my coworkers and dragging them to locations. And then they kind of got tired of it, or I felt like they got tired of it because it kind of started to slow down a little bit. And I'm
Right.
like, I know there are weirdos like me in this workplace of 900 people, 100 plus people. So I started it's called an ERG, an employee run group within our employer. And I named it That's the Spirit. And it's just like a chat that you could, add people to, invite people to within our
I
workplace.
love that.
Yeah. So I started adding people, and this was April 2 years ago almost, I think. I lose track of dates, but forever ago. And that's kind of how DDP evolved. The girls that were in that group, we would go to investigations together and they were always signing up. And we just clicked, and I was like, you know what? We should start like our own little separate group over here. And of course, That's the Spirit still exists. I run that within our workplace. But us girls go out and investigate because That's the Spirit has grown into a massive group within my workplace. I think I've got about 90 people in there. So
Wow.
you can't take 90 people ghost
No,
hunting all at once very easily.
no. You can't take me ghost hunting very easily. I whisper.
Oh my God. So do Mindy and I. We have a really bad habit of doing that. And we've gotten better now.
You sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it.
No, it just happens. Yeah, we are bad at it about it, but we are better now in the fact that if we know we have a recorder running, you'll hear a whisper, like if I'm listening back, and then you'll hear either me or Mindy say, "That was me for the recording. That was me. I
Yeah.
whispered."
Yeah. I'm not there yet. I've only been on a handful of investigations, so I haven't learned that part yet.
We're we're still bad about it, but we at least fill that extra in that helps. But yeah, it's like you said, you do it without even realizing. It just comes out.
Mhm. My first investigation, Ben, who runs the prison that I went to, he sent me all these EVPs. And he's like, listen to all these. And I was like, oh, that was me. Oh, that was me too. And he's like, how do you know? I was like, because I have these on video. That was me. I'm just letting you know it's just me. I'm so sorry. Now, there were a
Sorry.
few. Yes, I'm pretty. I'm kind. Just remember that when I reach out to you again to do something else. Just don't disown me, please.
I'm learning. I'm new.
I know I usually am in an attic by myself, okay? Like, I can whisper all I want.
Exactly.
So, what do you, just curious, you don't have to tell me, what do you do for a living that allows you to have a paranormal group at work?
So we help financial advisors. We're kind of the middleman. They call it like an IMO or an FMO, either independent or the other. So we, like annuities and life insurance and that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Those advisors that sell that, we are kind of the middleman between them and the carrier that has the product. So, yeah, the company's great. I like it. I've been there since 2019, and they are really big about community and doing things, to strengthen coworker relationships. And so the ERGs that have been created are like little clubs within I think there's like a Taylor Swift one.
Mm.
There's a Dungeons and Dragons one. Like, it's just fun.
So, I guess as long as it doesn't get, like, offensive or violent or anything, they're just like, "Have fun."
Yep. Like, go for it.
That's
It's a
nice.
good time.
I worked for the feds.
Yep.
I started doing
A little bit
this
more
when I
strict.
worked for them, and they were like they knew I did it, but I didn't talk about it. They didn't talk about it. I talked about it with some of my coworkers, but I didn't really have a face on it until I left, and then I just was like, "Well, I'm not a federal government employee anymore, so hey, it's me.
Have at it.
I'm the face behind Ghost Gossip," and that's why it's like the past year I've just been like I've just materialized.
Mhm.
So,
Love it.
are you in Kansas or Missouri?
Kansas.
Okay. There are so many places out there.
There is, and I have yet to go to them all. I feel like I hear about a new one almost every day
Yeah.
that I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even know that existed. Wow." There's just, like, little small towns and communities within Kansas. You don't f being kind of, like, in the middle of Kansas, 'cause I'm in
Mhm.
Topeka, it feels very small, but
Mhm.
you hear about all and I'm like, "Oh, that's, like, couple hours away, or that's an hour away," or,
Yeah.
there's so many that just keep popping up all the time, it's great.
Now you just went to the Garnett House.
Oh, we frequent the Garnet House often.
I wanna go there so bad.
It is definitely one of my absolute favorite spots.
Now, I was gonna ask.
Not the first time.
Yes. Yeah.
So, it was actually kind of on a whim, and in my mind, this just tells you, like, when it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? Sam from Mike and Sam, Epic VIP Events, she had told me about it briefly, and then Justin was a special that he was running to fill in a spot, and so it was a little cheaper, and something in me was like, "I wanna go. I'm gonna go." And I was this close to going by myself, never been to this place before, but then I messaged my brother-in-law, he's also into ghost hunting, and he went with me, and we went the first couple times together, and then it just grew from there, and then before I knew it, I was bringing out the spirit and now DDP, but that's when, I first met Justin and was just I don't know if I'm sure he wouldn't care, but because he does tell people. When I found out he used to work for Ghost Adventures, he was their tech guy.
Oh, did he?
Yes. He told me that the first time I went, I'm like, "Garnett, Kansas? Like, what are you doing
How
here? How do
how?
you meet somebody like that?" You
Right.
know? It was just awesome, and him and his son Austin are great, and investigated with us a couple times, early on and, has many times since then. And then that kind of evolved into me loving it so much, and I could tell Justin needed some extra hands, and so I was like, "Well, hey, how about I just come over and I help you clean and take care of the place?" And so now I visit it monthly and clean and, have a great time.
Well, that's awesome. So you just, like, second home.
Yeah, pretty
Kinda like
much.
Penn Paranormal. She's just always there.
Yep, yep, her and I are there often, and I love that we are both there often because we share stories and theories and, it's because really you can't. you gotta go to places multiple times to really, like, peel back layers, and I feel like that's what we do every single time, so it's so fun to compare things that happened to her,
Mhm.
happened to us, like yeah, it's great. Love it.
I definitely believe, and, I'm just researching and telling stories and listening to stories. I definitely believe the more you go to places, the more the spirits warm up to you, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
the more you experience and the more you learn.
Mhm. The first couple times we were there, when I was there with my brother-in-law, not too much happened, but we
Mhm.
also didn't pry too much because it was a new location.
Right.
It's kinda creepy. We're like, "Ooh, I don't know." Then I remember taking that's the spirit there, and actually 2 of the members that are in DDP right now, Carissa and then Sarah, who used to be, she recently stepped out, but they were there, and we had a wild night. I mean, every time we'd go up to upstairs on the second floor, we're looking there's dolls on the floor
Yes.
constantly every time we went up there. The fire truck rolled right in between our I mean, you're standing in the room and it just, just wild stuff.
What?
So, yes. And sometimes I mean, we've had nights there where, we don't get a whole lot,
Right.
but it's still something
Mhm.
for the most part. But, yeah, I do think that they've definitely warmed up to us the more that we've gone.
They see you coming in, they're like, "Heather's here."
Yep. Every time I walk in, I'm like, "Hi, I'm back." It's just fun.
I'm back.
Yeah. If I'm there by myself, I'll listen to music and I'll sing to 'em, so that kinda, I think, helps warm up too.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know.
My house ghost
Music
loves
has good vibes.
80s music.
I love it.
Yes, he's been pretty standoffish. We've been here over a year, and I've known he's been here just because I am who I am, but now there's things starting to happen, like just little things, and one of my friends, ghost hunt lady, she gave me the idea to try music, like try 50s, 60s music. So I tried it and got a response, and I was stunned because he, like, never interacts with me at all. And so I got a
Oh.
response, and ever since, I've had some lights coming on, I've had my TVs coming on, so I'm like, "Maybe." Now, I did have my Alexas coming on the first few months we were here, which was strange, but now it
Mhm.
seems to be more recent, almost like he's just letting me know, "Yeah, I'm here. I'm here."
Right?
Yeah, and I was
Love it.
talking to my neighbor about him because I don't know anything about him. I had all these assumptions, these feelings that I had about him, so I talked to my neighbor who knows everybody, and he's known every owner of this house because he's lived here that long. And
Mhm.
so he confirmed so much for me, and it was really cool, and he said, "You are not the first person to feel him." So he is definitely in the house, and he actually died in the bonus room, which is right next to me.
Have you figured out his name?
His name's Al.
Oh,
I call
Al.
him Albert. I'm like, "Hey, Albert." I don't know if he likes that very much. I just got cat balls for the first time. Look at me, all professional.
Love it.
So I put it right there just so that way I could see it. Just to see.
Oh, I hope it goes off during the podcast.
Me too. I really do. And nobody knows this, and I'll cut this part out. I might not cut this part out because this will be in January, so I should have her by now. I'm getting one of Jocelyn's positive dolls.
Yay, that's
Yes.
exciting.
So
Do you know which one yet, or is it gonna be a surprise?
Roberta.
Oh, if I've seen her yet.
I have not told anybody this story. You want to hear it?
Yeah, go
Okay.
for it.
So Roberta came to me in my dream, and it was me and Jocelyn, and we were at Belvoir, and I was like walking through the hallways, and my dog was there. I don't know why he was there, and my dad. Don't know why. But we were in two separate rooms. And so I was getting set up in the room, and Jocelyn comes into the room that I'm in my dream. And she kind of morphs into this doll that looks just like her. And she starts crying and saying, "I am so scared. I am so scared. Help me. I am so scared." And I was like, "Huh? What are you scared of?" Like, because it's Jocelyn, I'm like, "What the hell are you scared of?" Jocelyn's fearless. So a few days went by, and I kept thinking about this dream, like, that was really real. So
Mhm,
I text her and I was like, "Hey, you okay?" Because, just check in, make sure she's okay and not really scared of something. And she's like,
mhm.
"I'm really upset. I'm having a hard time because my positive spirits are so scared." And they are like, they keep telling me how scared they are. And I'm like, "Okay, I'm pretty sure one of your dolls came to me in my sleep. And she looks just like you." So she sent me a video of her room, and she went right over her, and I screen grabbed that, and I was like, "This is her." Because if it was a negative spirit, that negative spirit's not coming to my house. No, 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 no. But she's like, "That's the one that keeps saying how scared she is." I said, "Well, she came to my into my dream to tell me how terrified she was of your house, of your
Have you
purple."
ever seen her prior to that?
No.
Wow, that's awesome.
But, I've done interviews with Jocelyn and her dolls, but never her. So I guess
Meant to be.
she just knew that because I'm not sure if you've seen that episode of me and Jocelyn, I was able to pick
Mhm,
up a lot of the dolls, but
mhm.
not her. So that was my first time, and I was like, "Well," she goes, "You want her? Please take her. Like, I need her. I want her to be safe. I don't want her to be scared." So I was like, I don't have anything haunted in my house." So I was just like,
How's your husband feel about that?
He's a little uneasy, but he is married to me. So he's like, "What's new?" Right?
Just gotta get over it. It is what it
He
is.
built this
You like
for
what
me.
you like.
Yes. He built this for me, and he actually got me
That's
this
like
made for
me
my
bringing this up.
birthday.
Oh, is it a tarot card?
Mhm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's the Empress. He special ordered the fabric from England and had it framed without any glass for my studio, so that way there was no echo.
Oh, that's so cool. Very thoughtful.
He's very supportive of my delusions. He's actually building Roberta a shelf.
Oh,
My kids do not know. I'm not telling them because my one daughter will freak out.
yeah, it's kind of the same with mine. I brought a creepy nun doll home, and she was not happy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is the doll still there?
Yes.
Can I see her? Is she
Yes. Give me one
evil?
sec.
Wait, wait, wait. Is she negative?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Hold on. I saw her on a marketplace, Facebook marketplace here in town, and I was like, "Okay, I have to have her." You ready?
Oh, okay.
She has a little porcelain face,
Mhm.
and it's cracked,
Yes.
and she's got porcelain legs and this adorable little dress, and I just had to have her.
Is she haunted?
Well, I don't know 100% yet.
Okay.
I had a medium friend who was doing an investigation with us, and I did not tell her about this doll, nor did I post it or anything like that.
Right.
And she was doing an Estes, and she picked up on this doll. She said something about a nun doll, and the girls looked at me, and I'm like, shit.
Who are you looking at?
Yeah, and then she gets off, out of it or whatever, and then she turns around, she's like, "So who has the nun doll?" I'm like, "Me." So, she said that she picked up, like a French atmosphere
Uh-huh.
name, something from her. I can't remember the exact name that she had said because she wasn't 100% sure, but that was just kinda what she was picking up on, and cathedral, and so that's about what we got so far. I've tried to communicate with her, but it was at I took her to, like, Sleeper Mortuary
Mhm. Yeah.
and, the McIntyre Villa.
Mhm.
But I think I mean, 'cause there's tons of spirit there, right? So I couldn't really communicate with just her. I am hesitant on doing it in my house.
Right.
Obviously, I have a little girl that would be completely terrified, and the last thing I want her doing is coming to me saying, "Mommy, there's a scary man in my closet or a scary woman in my closet." And be like, "No,
Yeah.
we're not doing that." So I'm hesitant about that, and just out of respect for that and her and my husband, because he's a little skeptical about it. He lets me keep her here, so that's a bonus. She
That's a
sits in my china
start.
hutch and is there.
I don't think she's an actual nun. I don't think she was a nun in life.
I don't get that vibe from her either.
Mm-mm. I definitely don't think she was a nun. Maybe religious, but not a nun.
Mhm. Yeah,
Hmm.
and I don't know where this, like, French, like, atmosphere is coming from. If it's just in her name, it sounds French or something. I don't know where she was picking up on that at, but it's very interesting.
Hmm. Interesting. Haunted dolls freak me out, and I cannot believe I'm getting one. I
I think you're gonna have a lot of fun.
I did send her a picture of her to my friend who's a psychic medium, and she confirmed everything Jocelyn told me. And I didn't tell her anything about her. She
Oh,
just
that's
was
awesome.
like, she died unexpectedly. She's very nice. She's very friendly. And my other psychic friend, who's like me, who has baby gifts, and we're both coming into our gifts, I told her, and I think she thinks I'm an idiot.
Yeah, they're so fascinating. I've always been if I could we went to our workplace if we hit our goal. It takes us on a, trip Usually it's like Mexico or something like that, but we went to
What?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Y'all work from home. Y'all need somebody working them out of South Carolina.
Gotta hit our goal first, and it's a big one, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun, but we went to Fort Lauderdale, Florida not too long ago, and I was Googling how far away Robert the doll was from me. I'm like, "Babe, we can get on a plane and it only takes an hour to get there, or we can rent a car and drive 4 hours." But we were only there for a couple days, so he's like, "No."
Well, so I have friends that live in Key West, and I've been invited out there and they said they know the caretaker of Robert the doll. And with Robert's permission, I will go see Robert because it's all about manners with Robert.
Mhm.
Robert kind of scares me. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's so interesting. It's like how makes you wonder too, like, our brains are so powerful of it may have started out as something small,
Hmm.
and then it's now grown because of everybody's beliefs and their brain putting power into him. What if that's what it needed? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To, like, become something even more.
People say that about the Sally house, that the Sally, like, might not even be Sally. It's just what people have put their thought and their, what's the word? Intention and their, gosh, what is the word I am looking for? Why do I sound like a dum dum today? I am so sorry.
Or, like, manifesting it.
Yes, they're like it's like an egregore of some type. They say,
Mhm,
so many people have said it's Sally, so now that's what everybody believes. So now it is Sally, even though some people say there is no little girl there.
mhm.
What do
Yeah.
you think is there?
Well, we popped over there after a stay at the McIntyre Villa just as, like, a little daytime tour.
Hmm.
Just wanted to check it out.
Right.
And we may or may not have snuck in the basement. But I mean, it just had a pretty little rope across or like I had kind of a weird thing happen there that I've never experienced before. I've had my SB7 for a long time. That was, I think, one of the first pieces of equipment I got.
Hmm.
And I got the little like detachable speaker with it to make it louder.
Right.
And it was me and Sarah, and we were downstairs, and I put because there's a big hole in the wall, right?
Mhm.
That's supposedly a portal to hell. And I put my spirit box in there and I started asking questions like, "Do you know Tony Pickman? How do you feel about him? Is this a portal to hell?" And as soon as I started asking those questions, my spirit box shut off. And I'm thinking to myself, "Oh, well, maybe it just died because the extra speaker itself, you have to charge it, and the SB7 has batteries, right?"
Right.
And so I thought, well, maybe my extra speaker here just died. I'd used it before, whatever. So I hit the power button, expecting it to say power on because it shut off. It says power off. So it's still on. The white noise just stopped. I've never had that happen before.
When I was at MSP with Penn and Sam and Mike, before we went, I was somewhere. I was out. So I had my book bag and my SV7 or SP7 was in my book bag. And I heard something and I'm like, what is that? And it cut on twice. Like I've had this thing for 2 years and I've never had it cut on. And it's been thrown in the bottom of suitcases. It's been thrown in the bottom of my purse. Like it has just been like tossed around and manhandled and it's never come on before, but it
You
came
gotta hold
on.
that power button down to turn
Yes,
that on.
really. And it was, how book bags have that side pocket?
Mhm.
It was just in the side pocket. Like, it wasn't, like, in the bottom of my book bag being sat on or anything. It was in the side pocket, so nothing was really pushing on it, and it came on twice while right before we went into MSP. But when
That is so
I didn't have hardly any experiences there, though.
really.
Yep.
I've been there twice. The first time I went was with Ghost Hunts USA.
Mhm.
Terrible experience.
Oh,
But
no. Okay.
we had a lot of they're not around anymore, but I showed up and there was 170 people there.
Holy
I was like,
shit.
yeah, I was like, this is a big place, but not that big. And housing unit A, the one that had the roof ripped off in the tornado, it was so when you walk in
Mhm.
to the yard, the one on the left side, the oldest with
Okay.
the dungeon.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's building 4, but yeah.
Yes, that they shut that one down because they were fixing the roof. So that was actually one less building that 170 people could go into.
70 people.
But we did actually have some interesting experiences then. I remember one thing in particular, we were because they split us up into groups, and we were over in death row,
Mhm.
and we had all kind of filtered into a cell. they said, "Okay, shut all the lights off. I want you to see what you can feel, etcetera."
Right.
So I was toward the back of the cell with my right shoulder up against the bunk beds there, and my arms was dangling. Had one of my friends on the side here, and everybody else was in the front. The arm that was dangling, I felt a tap on my finger, like a very pronounced, it was there tap,
Like skin to
so
skin
much
tap.
skin to skin tap, and I pulled my hand up really quick, and I'm like, "I think something touched me." The lady was like, Was it cold? Was it warm? Whatever." I was like, "No, it felt like skin, like somebody just tapped my finger, but there's nobody over here." I turned my light on and was, like, looking over in the bunk as soon as that happened, and there was nobody there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was weird, but it was enough to, to where I wasn't like, "Oh, I think I got no, it was like a jerk and kind of a minor freak out of like,
You
"That was
know,
so weird."
Penn got grabbed in death row. I think we were in Walter Lee Donnell's cell. We were in the last cell in death row,
Oh.
and she was in there, and I was kind of outside the cell. I'm claustrophobic, so I didn't want to get in the cell with everybody because I was just kind of like, I'm just going to stay right here. And
Mhm.
Penn is very experienced, so she's not touching a wall, and something grabbed her arm while she was standing right at the cell block door. What is your favorite place to investigate? Like, so far of every place you've been, what is your favorite?
That's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I always gravitate toward the Garnett House,
Mhm.
but it's like every place has its own special things.
Right.
We've had tons of activity at Garnett.
Right.
I've had crazy activity at the Villa. I've had crazy activity at Sleeper Mortuary. I've been to Beatty Mansion now twice, and I've loved it.
Oh, I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, it's in St. Joe.
I've
It,
been to St. Joe.
Because you were at the Glore, right?
Yes.
And it's not very far from there at all. It's,
Oh.
the house they call it the house on the hill. So, basically, I passed Glore as I was on my way to it.
Oh, okay.
Mhm. It used to be it was a house, obviously, when it was first built for a very wealthy husband and wife, and then through the years, it became a nursing home. It was a place called Home for the Friendless, where it was, like,
The Friendless?
drug addicts, the friendless. Yeah, it sounds terrible.
That sounds
Um
horrible.
Drug addicts, unwed mothers. I mean, all sorts of people would come to this place. And I had a crazy, crazy experience. I wouldn't have believed it had everybody else that was standing there with me not said, "What was that sound?" Because I'm looking down this hallway on the second floor, and there's a couple old bathtubs kind of off to the side in the
Mhm,
hallway. And there's two rolls of carpet. And the one on top is kind of laying there, and then it's up a little bit at an angle,
mhm.
right? And I look over, and as soon as I do, that carpet goes psh, and just does a full shift to the side of the tub. Makes 0 sense. We'd walk by that constantly. There's no reason. It's not like it's, like, almost getting ready to fall like,
Right, it wasn't
it's a big
teetering.
roll of carpet.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I hear everybody beside me, they're like, "What the heck was that noise?" I'm like, "The carpet just shifted."
Oh my
What?
gosh.
Sadly, we did not have a camera on it, so I did not get it, but I was listening back to my recorder and stuff, hoping that I would catch, like, a noise or something in us, but I haven't been able to find anything yet.
That's how it always works.
Ways.
Oh my gosh. The only type of activity I had like that when I was present in the room, I had a haunted house before I lived in this one. And me and him were going round and round. He hated me. We were fighting. Like he was torturing me. I was trying to push him out. It was rough. Well,
Mm.
I had a candle. This was a big candle. This wasn't like a little tea light. This was like one of these big honking candles that has some weight to it. And I had gotten
Mhm.
it from Dollar Tree and it was just sitting on the shelf, on my A-frame shelf like this for a year, just like this. That candle literally had to move out and over to come out of the shelf. I was walking by one day and with velocity,
Mhm.
it came towards me off the shelf onto the floor. And I was like, did
God.
you just throw that at me? Like, you just threw that at me because it wasn't like it just like rocked off and just fell. It was like, floop. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Something, like, swiped it right off the shelf.
Yes. That's the only time something like that has ever, like, come towards me like that. That was spooky.
Yeah. I love that you fight back at him though, and you're like, "Did you just throw that at me?" Because that would be totally what I'm doing. "Damn it, Carl!" Like,
Yeah. "Damn it, Wayne. Let me explain something to you real fast. I can't see you, but you're not gonna throw something at me.
at least pay your half in rent if you're gonna throw stuff.
Well, if you're gonna be a bitch and start throwing shit at me, stop turning my lights on because you don't pay any kind of electrical in this big old house, okay?"
Exactly.
We went round and round and round, and I sound crazy when I tell the story about him because I talk about him like he's living. But to
He used
me,
to.
he used to be, absolutely. But to me, he was
Mhm.
such a active member of our family for so long that he was a part of our family.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, I didn't love it every day, but yes, I don't miss living with him, but
Right.
I don't miss him at all. No, maybe a little. I miss having those experiences that were just so mind-blowing on a regular basis.
Mhm.
I miss that.
Yeah, definitely, I could see that.
Have you ever lived in a haunted house?
So I never really thought about it until I started doing this, but some memories floated back to me from when I was a kid. We lived in this house that it went living room, dining room, kitchen, and at the end of the kitchen there was a window and there was a alley outside with a street light so the light would come in the kitchen window there. And the I always got creeped out by the basement, so that's just another little tidbit in there, but my parents' bedroom was in the basement and it flooded, and so they had to while they were cleaning that up, they brought an air mattress upstairs and put it in the living room, sleeping in there till they got it clean. Well,
Right.
they got it all dried up, and I begged them to sleep out in the living room on this air mattress because it was just so much cooler than my bed, right? I'm sleeping
Oh, to be young
and
again.
right. I wanna sleep on a hard air mattress.
It's
So great.
amazing. Wake up on the floor all bent out of shape.
Yes. But I'm laying there, and so from where it's positioned, I can it's just boom, 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 living room, dining room, kitchen, and I could look up and see the kitchen window in there. And I heard something, and so I kinda did a glance, didn't see anything, laid back down. I heard something again, and I looked up real quick and looked back down, but when I looked up in that split second, I saw what looked like a human figure shadow walk by that window. 'Cause the
Oh.
light from the alleyway, cut out, and I saw a head and
Uh,
all that. It scared the crap out of me so bad that I went back into my bedroom real quick, but I remember asking my dad that next day because from off the kitchen was the basement stairs, so I thought, "Well, maybe he came up to get a drink or
right.
something like that?" But usually when he would come up to get a drink, he was a big Sunny D drinker, so he would open up the fridge,
Mhm.
get out, and I didn't once see the fridge open, and he's like, "No, I didn't come upstairs."
And if he's anything like my dad or my husband, they're loud as crap. Everywhere they go, it's like fart, opening stuff, slamming stuff, not aware that anybody else living lives in the house.
Right? Yeah. So I would yeah, I there was no other sign that he would have been up there,
Mhm.
like I said, the fridge, nothing, but I kept hearing creaking and then seeing the figure. But then I remember another time sitting there watching TV in the living room, and the remote is kinda up and away from me, and the channel changed, not once, but twice.
Oh.
Which at the time, I was just kinda like, "Okay."
Yeah.
But thinking back on it now, I'm like, "I think there was maybe something
Oh,
there."
yeah. Okay.
So, I don't know. I don't remember, like, any other, like, big things as a kid, just those couple things, but then always being terrified of there was, like, a little side room in the basement where the sump pump was and a little, like, workbench and whatnot, and I used to hate that area.
Yeah, we had one of those in our house too in the basement with the sump pump. We had a workbench and it was a vibe all on its own.
Mhm.
I was gonna say, am I
Yeah.
frozen again? Because I
So,
might cry.
you were just a little bit, but it came back real quick.
Okay. I'm gonna call AT&T and be like, listen to me.
"Listen, Linda."
Listen. My job is completely dependent on the internet because people don't live near me. They all are in the Midwest.
Maybe that just means you gotta move to the Midwest.
Oh, Lord, my husband would never. My husband would he is such a he was a s he's bald now, but he used to be a surfer with the long, luscious blonde locks, you know? I mean, I'm
Mhm.
sure I would have been a fool for him if we would have known each other back then. But he and I'm a beach babe too. I'm Scorpio. I'm all about water, so I couldn't move
Mhm.
away from the ocean. I love the ocean. Actually, we are like counting down the years to when the kids leave or school so that way we can move towards the ocean because we plan to move
Mm.
towards the beach.
You say you're a Scorpio?
I am.
I'm a Scorpio too.
I love it. When's your birthday?
Scorpio babe tonight. Love it. Not too far.
Happy late birthday.
Oh, thanks. You too.
Thank you. Yes, I came to Galore the day after my birthday. So my birthday was Thursday and I was in the Midwest on Friday.
Love it.
And that was like after on Monday, literally Monday, Penn texted me like, this is a Hail Mary pass, but do you want to come? And I was like, hold please. Flight, 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 flight. Okay, I'll be there.
Love it.
It was fun. It was so much fun. I love them so much.
Yeah, they're great.
They really
They're
are
great.
great.
I met Penn for the first time over at Garnett doing, Justin did an event called Grinner Night.
Oh, the
We
grinner.
Yeah, we painted our faces with a nice big smile to try to be like trigger objects to see what would happen.
Did anything happen?
Oh, I'm sure it did. Everything there now is kind of a was that this time or that time? But yeah, it was a good time. I do remember it was fun getting to do that and just something different. It's fun to change it up a little bit. And we
Yeah.
did like you probably saw the blackout night not too long ago and tried that and we had crazy activity that night. I mean, from the moment that Justin started and he was given a tour to a few people,
Mhm.
things were falling off. I remember sitting there every time we get there, there's in they call it the sexy room, but it's like a
What?
yeah, I
Hold on.
I won't go into too much detail of it, but
No, no, no.
there were some weird things found in there that it's just
Okay,
now
okay,
earned
okay.
its moment.
Okay, okay. Got it, got it, got it.
So but it's like a enclosed porch kind of, and,
Oh,
'cause it's
wow.
got windows and whatnot,
Oh,
and
wow.
there's I know, of all places.
They like an audience.
Yes. So there's a metal step stool in there. It's got 2 steps on it, and we always find it on the ground whenever we come to clean or whatever. And so I had set it back up in the beginning, and then as we were investigating, I said it'd be really cool if somebody could knock that down while
Mhm.
we're here. I always find it down whenever we come. Not even 5 minutes after, falls over.
Is it sturdy?
Yeah, it's pretty sturdy, and when I put it back up, I put it at an angle, right? So it like, you really had to, like, push it to get it to go over, and it fell not once, but twice because it fell later after I had left, and I did ask it for it to do it again, so I don't know, that's cool. I've never had that happen before while being there, so
That's awesome.
something new every time.
That's really cool. I wanna go so bad. It is on my list. Penn told me when I come back that whoever I want to come will join us, and we will just have a night of it, so
Yes,
I love it. I'm
absolutely.
hoping I don't have any plans yet, but I'm hoping maybe this summer if I can swing it. Maybe. Because I love to travel. I love to go, but my husband can't he still works. So, he's really lame. He's still got a job. Boo. We gotta pay the bills somehow. So, but I'm
I
like,
know. Who wants to do that?
nobody, nobody. One day this is gonna pay the bills. One day. I am manifesting it. Ghost Gossip's gonna pay all of our bills so my husband can at least drive me out there, so at least I can have a car. Because flying out there is tough. But I mean, it's
Right.
like not a hard flight, but there's no direct flight from where I am unless I'm gonna drive 3 hours, which it really means 5 hours to Atlanta because the traffic in
Mhm.
Atlanta is horrible. There's no
I
direct flight to Kansas City. And so it's
mhm.
always connecting and they're so expensive. But one of these days, Ghost Gossip's going to pay our bills and he's going to be able to drive me places and our kids will be old enough to stay home and we can just go and ghost hunt and meet people and take Ghost Gossip on the road. That
Hell
manifesting is
yeah.
going to happen.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Going to happen. I love the Midwest. I fell in love with the Midwest when I went to Arkansas for the first time, and when I was out there, the only thing I don't like it everything's so far from
Yeah.
everything else.
Yeah, all the open fields and yeah, plenty fields for days.
Yes, and I was like, "Wait, I thought we were already out here. Where are we going? Weren't we here yesterday? Where are we going?"
No, that was a different cornfield.
No, we went to St. Joe twice in 2 days.
Oh my god.
Because we were passing Glore, and I was like, "I'm not from here, but that looks awfully familiar even in the daytime." And they're like, "Yeah, that's Glore." I was like, "We are going to the cemetery to take those pictures."
Yeah.
Yeah, which was fun, but freezing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was super, super cold that day.
It's cold over there.
Mhm. Yeah. It's, we're in prime time right now, and it's just gonna get colder probably through at least mid-March, and then it'll start warming back up again.
We'll probably be at 70 degrees in a few days.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, it swings, so we'll go from 20 in, like, early morning all the way to 70 and then back down. Like, it's a huge shift during the day.
That is.
No wonder we're all dying from allergies out here and sinus infections.
I was gonna say, how are you guys not all sick?
I heavily allergy medicated because it's a huge shift. We can literally go through 3 seasons in one day. Yeah.
That's nuts.
Is there a place that you would never go back to?
I don't think so, as of right now.
That is actually the most common answer I get from investigators.
Yeah.
Most of them are like, "No, hell no, I'm going back. I
Mhm.
wanna figure out what it is."
Yeah. Well, and I've had some, like, friends that are into investigating, but they're not, super obsessed with it like we all are. I've
Right.
had them, say, like, "Oh, I'm not going back to this place because I didn't get hardly any activity or whatever." But then I'm like, "You don't always get activity every time you go. You have to go
Right.
back."
Come on now. Okay. It is very rare that a living person walks into a new location and instantly they're themselves. You know what I mean? It takes some time to warm
Mm.
up,
Yep.
unless you're me. Just kidding. I'm introverted. I am not that way at all.
No, yeah, usually I tell them, "Let's go back," and then they go back, so
Yeah.
they get over it.
What is your scariest encounter?
I would probably say a Garnet.
Yeah.
I had a moment where I, saw my first full-bodied apparition.
What?
Yeah, it was, if the girls weren't there with me, I would have probably been a bit more scared, but it definitely stopped me real quick, and it took me, 5, 10 minutes to just kinda, like, recollect myself. I was standing kind of in between. It was in the back corner room there, and I could see in what's called the cowboy room and the middle room over here, and I had a REM pod in here, and I'm looking into the cowboy room, which there's a wall of cabinets there. And as I'm kind of flipping back and forth, I notice that straight ahead of me, I can't see the bottom cabinets anymore, nor the top, but I could still see the sides of them. There was like maybe 4 cabinets down there, on top and bottom, and it just hit me all of a sudden, and I just remember freezing, and I'm like, "There's a figure standing there." And then all my hair, raised up on my body and goose pimples, goosebumps everywhere, and as soon as I said that, a couple seconds later, it came into full focus again, and I could see it.
Was it a man?
I got a man vibes, and it kinda was like he was, like, big, stocky dude standing there, like, and trying to I felt like he was trying to
Oh,
intimidate.
yeah. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So that was probably my scariest moment that I can recall.
Do you think it was I know I've heard the name David from Garnett a lot. Do you think that was David?
I do.
Ooh, I
I
heard
do.
from what I've just listened to, and this is just YouTube, just watching stuff on YouTube. It seems like David's not all that lovely.
He varies.
He does.
We've had
Okay.
really yeah, we've had really good conversations with him. He's very hard to figure out, though, and I think that's what keeps us going back,
Right.
trying to figure out why he's there, who he is, who may have brought him there, when did he come, like, just everything. Because 'cause
Right.
we've had really good conversations with him, but we've also had pretty scary conversations with him too. Half the time we can tell that he's there because he'll start cussing.
Oh,
He'll start cussing at
okay.
us.
That's just me on a Tuesday. Got it.
Yeah, if we got Spear Talker on, that's, like, the immediately when, I remember one of the more recent times that we were there, it was during the day, we were cleaning, finished though, had an hour or 2 to kill. We were, investigating a little bit, I was doing Estes, and I felt super uncomfortable, I couldn't keep my blindfold on, and I started getting things like, he's down, he's standing there, just stuff that was getting me those vibes
Yeah.
and I said, "Okay, I'm super uncomfortable." Mindy went into the attic room for me, or the ladder room as it's also called,
Yeah.
and she kept hearing things in there, and it was all kinda leading up to, and then I stopped Estes, and we were in that back corner room, and Carissa got her rods out and started communicating, and then we get David through Spirit Talker, and I'm like, "That's why. That is why right there." Like, 'cause you just feel that energy shift.
Yeah, you can he has a presence.
Yes, yes, he does.
Wow.
He's
I
so fascinating, though.
wow. I cannot wait to I'm a little scared to go, but that is it seriously, it is now that I've been to MSP, I didn't have hardly any activity at MSP, but I'm not an investigator, I'm not a historian, I'm a storyteller. That's kind of where I love history, I love haunted history, I love building history. But I am a
Mhm.
storyteller. I want to tell the stories of the people, of the location, of the ghosts, of the spirits, of the people that experienced them. I don't have to investigate it. I wanna watch y'all investigate it. You know what I mean? Like, I
And
just
then talk
wanna
about it later.
watch. Y'all
Yes.
do you, boo. I'm just gonna be here, and I wanna take it all in. So I didn't have a ton of experience at MSP, which I'm okay with, and I
Mhm.
just wanted to see it, and now I would totally go back. Like, if I was in that area, I would totally go back if I had the chance. But Garnett is now, like, that's my next bucket list. Like, that's and then, having Penn, she's like, "Come on." And I'm like so it's such a reality now that it is within reach. It's just like, "When am I coming back?" So excited.
Yes. Yeah, well, if you need any extra bodies while you're there, just let me
Well,
know
you
because I
better
would
be
love to.
there.
Heck yeah.
You're right there. You'll have to come. If you're not there, I'll be like, "Where's Heather?" And
Yep,
now I'm
only
frozen
about an
again.
hour 15 away, so oh, you're
Oh,
good.
that's not
It's
bad.
catching
See,
up.
okay, we don't have a lot here.
So you're driving, like, minimum 5?
4. Yeah. Like Savannah
Yeah.
and
Yeah, even the
Charleston are the
villa
closest.
yeah, even the villa is about 45 minutes away, so it's
I
not
wanna
too
go there
bad.
too. That's on my list.
No, it's great. There's a story there that I think of every time that was this is what kinda made my husband a believer. He's not really into it, and, when I first started this, he's like, "Well, you can do it, but as long as you don't bring anything home." I'm like, "No promises, but I'll try."
Okay.
The typical, but he decided to go with me to the villa, and we were on the 2nd floor, and Stephanie has, a bunch of balloons, helium balloons,
Mhm.
kinda scattered around sometimes, and we were spread out throughout the 2nd floor. He was the closest to the stairs there, and we're in the dark, and he shines his light on the stairs really quick and says, "There's a balloon coming up the stairs."
What?
"What?" So I kinda peek around, and sure enough, there's a balloon just rising up to the top of the stairs. It comes over into the hallway, and we're all sitting on the floor just watching this, and it proceeds to then go down the hallway, and you think helium, right? You've seen a balloon with helium, it's kind of like doing a weird dance, as it goes across the ceiling in most cases, and it should get stuck, right, somewhere because there's no draft, like, this thing just floated all the way down the hallway just at one level, gets to a point in the hallway where there's, like, a little arch that goes a little lower than the ceiling, gets to that arch and goes,
No.
and then continues going forward.
It ducked.
It ducked. It's like something was leading it and just went and down and it went,
That gave
and
me
I thought
chills.
it was wild. Like, I'm just, like, wide-eyed looking at this thing like, "What am I watching?" And it goes down to the end of the hallway where the kids' room is down there. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos with the dolls and
I
stuff that
haven't
are
seen
down there.
any videos. I was about to say, is there a child there?
No, no, it's full of dolls, and there's a doll down there with real human hair. Her name is Esmeralda. She's in a case. So it went down there, and at that point, I was like, "Okay, guys," because we kept hearing things in the library. I said, "So some of you go in here. We're gonna go follow that balloon, see where it went. Look all in the kids' room. Can't find it.
You
Okay,
the
well, maybe it
balloon
went."
disappeared?
The balloon disappeared. There's the attic stairs at the end of that hallway too, so I'm like, "Well, maybe it floated kinda up and over and it's, up in the attic rafters, right there in the doorway." I walk up on the landing, I'm looking up, I don't see it anywhere. I'm like, "Well, maybe it went down the back stairs because there's another back staircase down there that used to be, like, the servant stairs.
Uh-huh.
Walk all the way down there into the kitchen, can't find it.
Mm.
I'm like, "What the hell? Where did this balloon go?" I come back up the servant stairs, and I'm standing there in the hallway looking up to the, attic stairs, and it's sitting right there on the landing,
Not moving.
not moving. Red balloon in the middle of the landing. I was like, I stood right there. It wasn't there. It was so weird.
I saw a video from Twin Paranormal. They're probably my favorite that I watch, and
Oh, yeah,
people
they're
are
great.
like, "Why you like Twin Paranormal?" I'm like, "I love them." Don't judge me. I know
They're
I'm a
so entertaining.
they're wonderful and they're so fun, and I know I'm a middle-aged woman, but let me have my thing. Twin Paranormal, they make me laugh, but they had a video, I think at the Haunted Hill House, if I'm not I might be mistaken, but they had, like, a green balloon, and it did the same thing. It went up the staircase, and it turned and
Oh.
went up the staircase, and it's like, that wasn't it was helium balloons float up
Mhm.
until they can't go up anymore, and then they'll just do this
Yep.
and
They do
bop
like a
on the
weird floaty
ceiling.
thing.
Oh, that's so cool. Do you have that on video?
I'll have to ask. Stephanie, I think, had it. I'll look back in my videos that I have saved because I think because she pulled where because she was like, "Where did this balloon come from?" So
Yeah.
she's looking at all her cameras. She looks at the one down at the end of the stairs and she sees it. It was over in a corner. And then she sees it, like, go across the camera, and then just, like, something truly was leading it, and then it just goes right up the middle of the stairs.
Were there other balloons with that one balloon too?
Mm-mm.
No, so it was just by itself, just a balloon all by itself.
Yep,
Holy shit.
and that made him a believer. He was like, "I can't explain that."
No, that makes no sense. It makes no logical sense. Even if you okay, people with physics, I don't know a thing about physics, but I'm pretty sure this falls into the realm of physics. That
Mhm.
that defies logic. It defies physics unless there's some kind of distinct air path that it sucked it in and then transported it very underneath the thing, ducked it down.
Mhm.
See, this is why I love the paranormal.
Keeps you surprised all the
It
time.
makes me
It's always
so
something new.
happy. See, I'd love to see something like that and just be like, because I've seen some crazy stuff. I lived in it. So I saw some
Mhm.
crazy stuff. Like I had an issue with a Bible that defies all logic. Like
Hmm.
all there's no explanation. Like this Bible was the owner's and they had left it and I found it and I was putting it up and it was coming out. I was putting it up, it was coming out. I have 3 teenagers, so I'm like, are they messing with me? Is my husband messing with me? Like, cause my husband knew I was, like, dealing with some crap. My kids didn't, cause they were little at the time. But
Mhm.
my husband's like, "Ashley, I don't even know where you're putting this thing." Like, I would put this Bible in the storage room, and it would come out on the bonus room floor. Like and there was a piece of paper that was in the Bible that was ending up out of the Bible open. And so I would fold it up, put it in the Bible, put the Bible away. Like, all of a sudden, this Bible's out, open, and this page is out and open. And I'm like, this is so weird. Well, I end up putting this in the storage room, like under, like on top of the shelf, so nobody knew where it was except me.
Mhm.
Nobody knew where it was. That piece of paper, I kid you not, ended up in my closet in a bag. And I was cleaning out my closet, digging, because I have ADHD, so I stuff shit in bags, you know? Well,
Mhm.
I was cleaning bags out because I was like, I need to purge. I need to purge. It was one of those, like, you know, I had energy to clean. I reached in this bag and pulled out that piece of paper and I opened it up and I started to cry because there's no way in hell I would have taken anything of his into my bedroom. And it was in my closet. In my closet is where I felt him watching me the most.
What was on this piece of paper?
It was about being saved.
Interesting.
It was a typed piece of paper that I think that he had gotten from church or something that he had folded up and put in his Bible.
How did you get this Bible?
It was left in the house when I bought it.
Okay.
He had so what his sister told me was when he built this house, he took 4 Bibles and he put them in the 4 corners of the basement to bless the house when he built it. He loved this house. This house was his baby. This house was everything that he had because he didn't have a wife, he didn't have kids. He loved this house. He sunk every bit. He worked in the house, he lived in the house, he died in the house. So this
Mhm.
house was his, and he was very religious, and here I come, spiritual, hard-headed, loudmouth woman, and I upset him, and I think he thought I was going straight to hell, and I needed to be saved.
That's crazy.
Yep. I called my husband. He was watching TV. He was not in the room when I was cleaning up. And I called him and I said, "Did you do this?" Because I'm ready to divorce. We ready to go. Like he knew how scared that anything when it comes to a Bible and a poltergeist, like I was scared of this Bible. Like this Bible had me shaken. And I was
Mhm.
like, "Did you do this? Are you effing with me?" And he's like, I don't even know where you put it. And so I went downstairs, I got the Bible, I handed it to him, and I said, "Get rid of it." I don't wanna know what you do with it. I don't wanna know where you put it. Get rid of it." And he doesn't even remember what he did with it.
And you've never had any issues with it popping back up at
Never.
all?
Nope, never saw it again. If I find it in this house, I swear to God, I'm burning this house down.
It's so creepy. I can't even imagine being, like, in that position, but, like, hearing you talk about it, I'm like, "That is just so wild." It is
It's
so cool, like, it makes no sense. It's the spiritual world is just so wild.
Yes, and people that don't believe, I respect that completely. You don't believe, that is fine. That's you. You do you. I'm not here to try to push my beliefs on anybody. You don't believe it, that's fine. I know what I have experienced firsthand. I know what I have felt. I know what I have fought. I know that something else exists other than you and me and what we can see.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I have had a spiritual attack, and that is being spiritually attacked is on another level of just having a house ghost that likes to turn on your ring light every once in a while. So, yeah. And, like, I don't get scared with this often. Now, being alone in MSP scared me because that was really dark and really big, and I was by myself, and Erica left me, and Penn was gone, and Tony was gone, and Katie was gone, and there was a man with a flashlight, and I don't know if he was alive or dead.
Gets your adrenaline going a little bit, right? And you're like, "Okay, that was fun." I'm so glad that you guys are here now, but that was yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh my god, I was alone for 2 minutes." It probably wasn't even 2 minutes, to be honest. It probably was, like, 45 seconds. It felt like an eternity. It was so fun. I loved it, though. I loved it.
You kinda get to that point, I've noticed as a investigator when you've done it for a long time, that you're kind of, like, chasing that high again, like when you first, went
Yeah, I get
ghost hunting. So, we try to, like, challenge ourselves sometimes of, like, sitting in a room by yourself for X amount of time or, about, like, 2, 3 a.m., we like to play hide and go seek.
"What?
So that way you're wondering, as you hear somebody, you're like, "Is that a spirit or is that a person? I don't know, but I hope that it's a person."
I don't know. Come and find me." Y'all are another level. I love it. I can't wait
We
to
did
run
it
with y'all. I'm
we
not
did it at
hiding and seeking shit, but I can't wait to watch y'all do it.
we did it at the villa, and it was so much fun. That place has so many different hiding spots.
It's
I
so
remember
beautiful.
yes, I hid up in the attic one time,
Oh, girl,
and
you another level of
I'm
gangster. Woof.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, "Well, okay, I'm not gonna, like, crouch behind something because that's not comfortable. So I'm gonna sit here on the couch, but I can't sit here with my light on because if they come up, whatever, so I gotta turn it off." So I took my light and I kinda just, like, pointed it toward my chest, so that way I had just a little, but, I could it wasn't, shining down the stairs and I kept hearing something walk over to my right. So much so that I shined my light over there.
Yeah.
It was like, "Okay, no, nobody was there." And then, toward the end, I think I was, like, one of the last ones to
Oh, you
get
won.
found. So I kinda snuck down the stairs a little bit and was sitting there on the landing, and the poor girl that had come with us, she was from That's the Spirit. It's her first time ghost hunting,
Oh,
so you have to kinda break her in, right?
you terrified her, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, God. He's so
She came up the servant stairs, and she's shining her light, and I'm just sitting there watching her on the landing, and she turns it around, and she's, "Oh my god!"
she's still having nightmares of your face with your itty bitty light.
Yep. Yeah, we like to scare each other just a little bit every now and then. It keeps the adrenaline going, keeps the energy going.
My girls try
It's
to
all
scare me so much, but because I mean, I literally talk about this stuff for fun. I'll just look at them. I'm like, gotta get up earlier to scare me. Like, you want to scare me? You come in and at about 2 o'clock in the morning saying you're throwing up. Okay. That's going to
terrifying.
get me go. Yeah, that's petrifying. Or you hear my dog going,
Right?
that's
Oh, it's 2 a.m.
2 a.m. That's real fear. You want to
Get on the tile.
off the grill. My youngest, they always come to find me when they get home. And so I heard that they come in like wrecking balls. You know, they're not quiet. They have no level of stealth about them. They have learned nothing from me. So they get that from their dad because Daniel was loud as hell. So anyway, I'm standing in a doorway, literally not like hiding. I'm just standing behind a door in an open doorway waiting. And I'm just being quiet. Silence is my weapon. Okay. So I'm standing there. Victoria turns the corner, looks dead at me, and I went, "Rah," and she was like, she looked right at me. All I had to do was, "Rah." I need to toughen them up a little bit. That or I'm giving them some kind of permanent damage. I don't know.
I love to do that to my daughter too, she hates it so much.
I
Yeah,
I think a good jump scare is healthy for you a little bit.
exactly, builds character, is
Life
what
is
Sarah
hard.
always used to say. Yeah, the girls definitely I get them all the time, and they always try to get me back, which couple times they have,
Yeah.
but they're like, "One of these days." I'm like, "I know, karma's coming."
Do you ever walk in front of the car and your husband beep and you just stare at him, like, trying to get you with the car horn?
I've jumped a time or 2 at that.
My husband does it to me, and I literally stop and, like
Really?
and he's like I'm like, "Listen, I'm expecting it. You gotta get me. If we're in a car somewhere and I'm walking in front of the car, I'm gonna expect that your immature butt is gonna honk at me, okay? You gotta
Mhm.
get me when I am completely now, if I'm in here and I'm researching a haunted location and I am elbow deep in ghost stories and you walk into my podcast studio and you come and this is dark, right? Because on the other side of this is just dark because I have my room light,
Uh-huh.
so it's in my face. I can't see crap over there. You walk in through the shadows and just shine your little face, that's gonna get me.
Or just give a nice little bang, bang, bang on the door.
I don't know if the bang, bang, bang because I got these on, so I'm like, I don't know if
Oh,
but
yeah.
it's the face coming around my screen. I'm like,
Mhm.
"Okay, you got" he usually gets me when he's not trying, and that's usually because he's come out of the darkness into my vision, and I'm like, "Ah."
Right. And you're focused, like you said,
Yeah.
on something else.
I'm because any I have 3 teenagers. I have 13, 14, and 15, and a giant husband who is like a child. At any moment in time, I am ready for one of them to appear, except when
Mhm.
I am researching or really busy or my mind is occupied on ghost stuff, and then all of a sudden, I am, like, imagining that I'm being haunted and I'm about to die because now I have a demon in front of me. Oh, yep. Good times. Good thing he doesn't listen to this because he's clueless on how to scare me. Thank God he doesn't listen to my podcast.
Yeah, I hope this isn't the first episode. He's just like, "Listen to
"Oh, look at this one. It's Drop Dead Paranormal. I'm gonna listen to this one."
it."
It would be my luck. Of all the ones. He's like, "That's how I do it." Oh, okay. Let's see. What's a good question to wrap it up? What is I love asking investigators, especially investigators, what is your go-to piece of paranormal tool equipment?
I definitely love the dead bell.
"Ooh, I want one."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I wanna say it was either Twin Paranormal or Sam and Colby, one of those 2 that I was watching and
Mhm.
they had it, and it was a newer piece at the time, and I was like, "What is that? I have to
I
have it."
need
So I
one. Yeah.
immediately got it. Yeah, we've had some pretty crazy things happen with that thing, getting, like, intelligent responses back, ding once for yes, twice for no, ding it as many times as you can, ding it 5 times, whatever. We've had such crazy stuff happen with that, so much fun, and it tends to be a spirit favorite.
Can you explain to me how it works? Because that's on my Christmas list of all things. It's what I've sent to my husband for Christmas. So
I want a dead
I
bell.
want a dead bell,
Like, "What?"
Daniel.
Well, from what I understand, it runs off EMF,
Okay. So like a REM pod.
very similar to that, but supposedly spirits because you can ding the top, it's like a hotel bell, right? And you can ding the top of it
Okay,
and
so the
it
top
will
still works.
go off. Yep. And you can turn the knob, it's like the sensitivity level. So I always turn it on, when it clicks on, that's the lowest setting. So I kind of leave it there for a little bit just to kind of see what happens. If we're not getting a whole lot of activity on it,
Mhm.
maybe the spirits are having a hard time trying to figure it out, whatever. I'll turn up the sensitivity just a little bit to let them figure it out and then turn it back down and I get good results.
So it's pretty much like a REM pod, but as the closer they get to it, the more it rings?
Yeah. I mean, I would like to think that they can manipulate it, yep, in their own way, whether that be hitting the top or just making that, the mechanism inside, making it ding based on their energy that they're
Okay.
giving and their intention with it. But I also love the tripwire. The tripwire's another fave.
Maybe I should put that on my Christmas list too.
It's about the same price too as the dead bell.
Okay. I love
They're
just
pretty. Yeah, the tripwire is a lot of fun to watch. I like sometimes it's sad when, you don't get activity on those pieces of equipment, but then again, it's very validating to me that it's legit. Like
yes.
always worked and always got a bunch, whatever, because we've had times with our tripwire that we haven't gotten anything.
Yeah.
And then we've had other times where it's just like nonstop back and
Wow.
forth, with things. So it's awesome.
I think what I would like to do eventually is help people. I've been told by several psychics that my gifts are meant to help people cross over. So I think eventually I would like to get to the point when I'm comfortable. I'm not comfortable with my gifts because they are so hit or miss. It's so random. Like today, I was sitting there doing like my skincare this morning and I was like, I don't think she's going to have two people today. And it's just so random. But I didn't know. Like you could have had
Mhm,
five people. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like
mhm,
it's not really reliable. It's just really random. And so I would like to get to the point where I can trust my gifts enough. It's really just trusting myself, but also help people who are dealing with paranormal activity in their houses locally and go in and help maybe investigate and help people cross over and help them live a little bit happier because personally I know what it's like to live with a poltergeist who is really unsettled and not happy that you're there.
mhm.
And that's the first time
Yeah.
I've ever told anybody that.
Well, I love it. I love it. We had actually, one we did a private investigation to help a family out, basically just figuring out who was there,
Right.
and if they were there, letting them know that they weren't crazy, and that was
Yes.
another one of my probably favorite investigations because you could just I love seeing new people come in and just like that light up in their face when they start seeing this and that happen.
Yeah.
It brings you back. So, it's pretty awesome.
But yeah, it's like you're not crazy. Yeah, there's somebody here.
Well, have you tried, Estes?
I tried it at MSP and they wouldn't talk to me. And Erica or Penn asked, I can hear you in the hallway. Are you just going to stand out there and not talk to us? And I said, yeah. And that's all I've heard. Cause I was like, what did I answer? What was the yeah? And they told me, and I was like, okay, is it me?
That's pretty cool.
They don't want to talk to me?
No, sometimes it's really hard to hear on, and it takes a lot of practice, but then I wonder if that could kinda help you hone in on some of your gifts, because I've had some crazy things happen with that's probably out of, I guess, equipment. It's the dead bell, the tripwire, but then definitely just Estes in
Yeah.
general. For me, I've really been working on it and trying to hone in on just connecting in that way. And I actually had something kind of crazy happen at Beatty where one of the other teams that had come with us, his grandmother came through.
Oh,
I was
wow.
doing Estes, and it started out with me. It kind of went over to him. I posted it on on our YouTube too, where the like little clips where it started and then kind of where it ended. And we're asking her to say his name. He says his name, and then we said, "Can you say hi?" And then he puts it all together. Like it was just wild. I've had some of the
Wow.
craziest things come through.
Yeah, a lot of people love Estes, and I love it too. It's fascinating. It is fascinating. I love watching it. I'm
Mhm.
not really good at it, but I love watching it.
It's fun to see how it all connects.
It really is. So tell everybody where they can find you.
We are on Facebook. Definitely have a presence there. Just started our YouTube not too long ago, kind of piecing together little fun videos there, but also on TikTok. We are also on Instagram. I am terrible about posting on Instagram, but we're there. But yeah, definitely TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube.
Y'all go find her. It's linked in the comments. Y'all go down there and look. Go down there. It's Drop Dead Paranormal, DDP.
Yes, love it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and dealing with all of my technical issues tonight. I appreciate your patience. It was so appreciated. Guys, go and follow, subscribe, like, do all the things with Drop Dead Paranormal. Also, while you're there, you can follow me, Ghost Gossip Pod, Ghost Gossip Podcast, Ghost Gossip 24/7, all the things, and send me your Ghost Gossip at ghostgossip247 at gmail.com. Until next time, they'll see you later.